Oh, sorry, guys. Why do I have my phone out today? No, it's not because we're going to be making phone calls. It's because we're going to be talking about homophones. So the word homophone means homo, which is one, and phone, which means sound. Okay. So that's why we say phone because it's the sounds that we hear coming out of our phone. So homophones mean words that have one sound. Okay. So these are words that sound the same, but they have different meanings or different spellings. So just like you see on this Go Noodle video, we have bye, bye, and bye. We're not singing bye, bye. Okay, just kidding. All right. So bye, bye, and bye. These are all sound the same, but they all mean something different. I go bye there. I go bye bye, or I go to buy something. Okay. So we're going to watch this Go Noodle real quick and then we will get right into our lesson. So let's go on. Feel free to dance along.
Bye, bye, bye. Woo! Go Noodle with it, lace the friends. Yo, you're about to get your mind blown. Cause I'm about to rap about the homophone. Get quick, get your grandmama on the phone. Cause we're gonna hear all about the homophone. Homophones are different meaning words that sound exactly the same. That's correct. This might sound kinda tricky, but I know you got the freshest brain. Here, like H-E-A-R means to perceive a sound. A sound. I can't hear a single thing but this basset hound. Here, like H-E-R-E means in this place. Like I stand here and you stand there, so you don't drool in my face. You're like Y-O-U-R means it belongs to you. It's mine. Your breath is kinda funky, dog. Want some gum to chew? You're like you apostrophe R-E is a contraction of U and R. You're not just a smelly basset hound, you're also a pogo star. You're about to get your mind blown. Cause I'm about to rap about the homophone. Quick, get up out of your pajamas, yo. We're about to get woke to the homophone. Come on. Homophones are different meaning words that sound exactly the same. Precisely. Why is the English language so insane? It's like I-T-S with no apostrophe means belonging to a thing. Like quick, give that baby robot its robot teething ring. It's like it apostrophe S. It's a contraction of it and is or has. Like that baby robot only goes to sleep if it's listening to jazz. Why, like B-Y identifies who did something. That's right. Like this entire song was written by some baby robots that sing. Why, like B-Y-E is a way to say farewell. Goodbye. Like bye baby robot, see you later. Watch out for that stairwell. Yay, you're right there? They're like T-H-E-I-R means it belongs to them. They're like T-H-E-R-E means it is in that place. They're like they apostrophe R-E is a contraction of they and R. Their UFOs are over there and they're all playing space guitar. Two like T-O expresses motion in a direction. Two like T-W-O is referring to the number. Two spelled T-double-O means to an excessively high degree. I'm going to the bed with my two friends cause Bachelor has too many fleas. Yo, you're about to get your mind blown. Cause I'm about to rap about the homophone. Quick, get that llama a blueberry song cause he dropped bad info on the homophone. Homophones are different meaning words that sound exactly the same. Exactly. Now your homophonous knowledge will get some critical acclaim. Homophonous. 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 Homophonous.
Watch another video, watch another video, watch another video.
Okay, so those are homophones. Like the boy said, they are one or two words that sound the same but have a different meaning and a different spelling. Okay. So we're going to go into our lesson for today. So you guys have a reading passage called Honeybees. All right. So have you ever seen a honeybee? Probably have, huh? So we're going to read a story about honeybees, and we're going to be talking about different homophones that are in this passage. Okay. I'm going to read this to you guys while you follow along. So get your reading fingers ready and follow along on the screen. Have you ever seen a honeybee? If so, you may have kept your distance. Many people are scared of their stingers, but honeybees are not scary pests. In fact, they are actually very important insects. If you've seen a honeybee, think about where you saw it. You may have seen it by some flowers. Honeybees go from flower to flower. They collect nectar and pollen from the flowers for food. They can use it to make honey to eat. This is the honey that people eat too. But honeybees aren't just important because of the honey they make, they're important because of how they help plants. When they go from flower to flower, they move the pollen from flower to flower too. This is called pollination. This is what lets plants grow new seeds, and those new seeds can grow into new plants. So without honeybees, a lot of plants couldn't exist. Apples, nuts, and berries are just some of the plants that need honeybees to help them make new seeds. About 100 important crops in the USA depend on bees. Many people are worried because a lot of honeybees have been dying. Some people think the chemicals used on farms may be hurting them. Honeybees are also being hurt by diseases that we don't understand well yet. But people are working to find ways to save the bees. How would you like to help the bees? All right. So what you're going to do is you actually have this assignment today, okay? So you're going to use the highlighter tool to select the correct answer. So when you go into your lesson today, it says, have you ever seen a honeybee? So we have two words here that both are seen, and seen. We have to figure out what is the right one. So now I'm going to kind of help you with some of these words and the definitions of them so that when you go into your assignment today, you will have a better understanding. So seen, SCENE, is like the scene in a movie, okay? And then the other scene is like I've seen that, okay? So think about, have you ever seen a honeybee? So use some context clues. What meaning of scene are they talking about? Are they talking about a movie scene? Or are they talking about the scene, I seen it with my eyes? Have you ever seen a honeybee? Right. It's talking about seeing it with your eyes. Very good. So we would use SEEN. SEEN. Good. If so, you may have kept your distance when you heard like a bunch of animals. Okay. When you've heard them buzz, by or by. Okay. So I went goodbye or I went by it. Okay. Many people are scared of their stingers, but honeybees are not scary pests. In fact, they are actually important insects. If you see the ocean, a honeybee, remember where it is. You may have seen it by a flower, like what you use to cook with, or flower, like a pretty flower outside in the garden, okay? Honeybees go from one flower to another. They collect nectar and pollen from the flowers or you're going to do something for you, okay? So that's what FOUR is, the number 4, or I did this for you, okay? They collect the nectar and pollen from the flowers for food. They can use this to make honey to eat. This is the honey that people eat to, like above something else, okay? All right, but honeybees aren't just important because of the honey they make. They're important because of how they help plants. A bee always knows or I know, okay? So think about that. Knows, N-O-S-E, or knows, K-N-O-W-S, I know. How to choose. So if I'm choosing something, I'm deciding that. Or chew, like you're chewing with your mouth, okay? So they know how to choose the best flower. When they go from flower to flower, they move the pollen right, like I'm going to write something with a W, or right. That's the right one, okay, along with them. So they move the pollen right along with them. This is called pollination. This is what lets plants grow new seeds. And those new seeds can grow into new plants. So without honeybees, a lot of plants would, like wood, I'm going to knock on wood, or I would do that. Okay. So without them, a lot of plants would not exist. Apples, nuts, and berries are just some. Some is when we're adding up numbers and it's the answer to adding up numbers. Or some, like I want some of those, okay? A few or whatever. Of the plants that need honeybees to help make them new seeds. About 100 important crops in the U.S. depend on bees, okay? So this is your work that you're going to do. Again, I'm going to open it up here in Canvas so that you can see it. So here's the passage. So I put it back up here so you can reread it again. Or while you're well, you can't really listen to the video and do that. Okay, so then you're going to open up your assignment. All right, and then in here you'll have your tab. Okay, so if you see how you didn't have the highlighter tab up here, but if I click on this, it should allow me to use the highlighter tab. Okay, have you ever seen, oh wait, sorry, I'm in the wrong thing. Have you ever seen or seen? Okay, so you're going to take your highlighter and you're going to highlight whichever one you think it is. So if you think it's that one, goodness gracious. So if you, oh, that's the border color. That's why. So if I highlight it like that, okay, sorry. So that's why you got to make sure you use the right one. Okay, so I'm going to transparent. So have you ever seen a honeybee? All right. So when you click on those, you can actually see your highlighter tool up here. Again, guys, try not to use super dark colors. A couple of you are doing it still, and it makes it really, really hard for me to, oops, I made the border of the thing. There you go. It makes it really hard to see. Okay. All right. So that is your assignment today. I hope you enjoyed learning about homophones, one sound. Okay. Do your best today, and I look forward to seeing all that you've learned. Have a great day. Bye.